Hello Flosstube. It is Wednesday, November the 7th. It is 46 degrees here in Ohio. It is supposed to get real cold come Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna be real cold. Today is the first day of a new vlog week, so welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Welcome if you are a new subscriber. I hope all of you enjoy us because Joe joins me on Mondays. Okay. We'll do stitching first. So that way if you don't want to watch the stitching, or if you don't want to watch the non-stitching, you can just scroll ahead, fast forward until you get to the next title scene. I figure that way works. And there are some people with some opinions about that. There's some people who don't feel the whole life updates and da-da-da-da-da. I get it. So, last night was supposed to be piece of glue. Last night was supposed to be 'Tis the Season stitching. I did not do 'Tis the Season. I finished my little I voted badge. So you can't see it, but I covered the back in 2 coats of Alina's tacky glue. Alina's is acid-free and completely safe. I've used it on stitching before. I've never had a problem. I use it for all my paper crafting. I don't have problems. It's cool. But I put 2 coats of Alina's tacky glue on there, so it is good and sealed on the back. I was going to put 2 smaller magnets on each end, but it's flexible still, so I feel like I should just go with 1 big one. I'm going to make it into a needle minder. I should probably tell you what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make it into a needle minder. So it's going to take me a couple days to decide on the whole magnet situation. So that's what I did last night. I haven't been stitching a hole. I'm actually kind of surprised I got that done. I've been stitching a hole terrible lot lately. I have not felt good. My head hurts. Stressed. All that. So that's all the stitching for today. I did get some mail in yesterday. Finally. I swear. The shipping courier on this was like by snail. If you follow me on Instagram, you have already seen this. I have to pick it up. It is stitchy related. It's not strictly stitchy. So this is a 5-pound bag of soda ash, which I don't know why I wasn't expecting. I thought soda ash was not this color. For some reason I thought soda ash was like a gray color. Don't ask me. And then I got 2-ounce jars of 4 different colors. So blue-gray, camel, which is a brown, Wedgwood blue, and black. Well, it's called Raven, but it's black. I spent like 2 days. Not really. They have a variety of different blacks available. This company does. Dharma, we'll go with that trading company. So they have a variety of different dyeing products. I got their powder dyes. They have, you can buy like tie-dye kits. You can buy, I think you can buy things to dye on their site. Of course not stitchy fabric, but anyways. So I spent a solid amount of time. They have like 3 or 4 different, no, there's more than that. Anyways, they have a bunch of different black options. So I spent a bunch of time reading because the thing with black is, colors that are not, so we all know the whole color wheel. Red, yellow, and blue are our 3 primary colors. Green, orange, and purple are our secondary colors. Then we have all of the tertiary colors. And it goes out from, and then we have all of the tertiary colors. And you add white, and it shade, and it black is shading, white is, I can't remember. But anyway, so to get colors, they mix. Well, to get black, you mix colors. And I know from experience that sometimes when black dyes something, it distributes the colors funky. I dyed my hair black once. It had a purple hue to it for like a week and a half. Because I used cheap dye. So now I don't use cheap dye when I do it dark. And I do a dark brown, like a super dark brown. But, so, one of their blacks, the molecules in cold process dyeing, which is what ice dyeing is, obviously, the molecules will, so in all cold process ice dyeing, the molecules can separate out the different color components of the dye powder can separate out. So the whole reason that tan that I have looks kind of yellowy and red in spots is because of the way the color components kind of melted out. Black, you can end up with like a purple hue, you can end up with like a blue hue, you can end up with some really weird effects. Dark blue is also kind of one of those. You can get some really funky, look and go, wait, that's not dark blue. So I had to do some reading, and this should stay black even with the quote-unquote bleeding as it is. So that's your lesson on colors. But so I have plans for these. My apologies. That was kind of funny though. You will see my plans for these later. I have to do a few tests before we get there. But they came via Turtle because I ordered them Monday of last week. I ordered them Monday of last week, like Monday before Halloween, and they showed up yesterday on Election Day. It's not the company's fault. The company dispatched them really quickly. You go on their website and they say, if you order in such and such a time, your order will be shipped today. I ordered within that time because they're in California. It was shipped that day. It literally took UPS SurePost that long to get to me. And it sat in Elyria all weekend because it was, I don't know. It sat in Elyria all weekend. Kind of aggravated me. But good value for the size. I think this 2-ounce jar. So the different dyes cost different amounts, which I like. Because dyes that have more color components or more complicated to mix are more expensive. Whereas less color componented dyes are cheaper. So a 1-ounce container of one color can cost like $2. A 1-ounce container of another color that has, like, I think the black is one of the more expensive ones because there's a lot that goes into making it. Whereas like just a basic like yellow is pretty inexpensive. So you're not paying. So it's nice because makes it a little bit like the grays, you know, you go to the store and you buy the Rit dye or the tulip dye and it's going to cost you the same no matter the color. So there are a ton of colors to choose from, and I have babbled on now for 10 minutes and I'm nowhere close to done. Holy crap on a cracker. I do talk too much. Somebody said something in Friday Off the Grid today, in the Friday Off the Grid group today, about floss tubers that kind of talk a lot. I admit it. I'm a talker. Yes. So the Friday Off the Grid group is the stitching group that is ran by Caroline from Friday Off the Grid. I will link Caroline's Flosstube channel for you, if I remember. There's a hot chance I won't remember. But apparently I'm a talker. So, and with the dyes, I have to use the soda ash, which I've never used. So, I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with this. Because it may work, it may not. We'll see where we go. Okay. So yesterday would have been the end of 'Tis the Season stitching time. So we're going to pick something new. Even though I didn't stitch on it yesterday. I suppose I could stitch on it today. Yeah, we'll pick something new. Sure you guys want to see the back of my Kindle. Okay, there we go. Number of days we are going to stitch. We'll start with that. That's 6. Oh man, 6 days. Moving something that was reflecting. I forgot to put up my block. Hold on. Hold, please. Decision Roulette has ads. I gotta get through the ads. My Kindle's being a bit slow today. My Kindle is really old. Or it's not a Kindle, it's a tablet. I have a Kindle Fire somewhere that's even older than... No, this is older than that. Uh-oh. Did we? Yeah, you definitely are not responding. Okay. We're not responding. I will probably edit this out. I might not. Okay. We're up and running again. We had some technical difficulties with the slow tablet. Hot chance I edited that out. Let's see. So we are stitching for 6 days. Let's see what we're stitching on. That yellow one is the Nativity. Yep. I color-coded them by specific colors. Because you can customize them. You can customize your wheels in this, and I color-coded it. So, we are stitching for the Nativity, on the Nativity for 6 days. It's not going to take me 6 days to finish that back stitching. It's just not. I don't think it is. I mean, I really don't think it is. So the question would be, do I? Because technically I still have more parts of the Nativity to stitch. So do I start one of the new parts when I finish that? Or do I spin the wheel again? It's a good question. We'll figure that out later. I'm going to stop talking now because we're going on 15 minutes, although some of that's probably going to be edited out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello, Flosstube. It is Thursday, November 8th. I wrote down the 7th on kids' paper this morning. It's Thursday, November 8th. It is a whole whopping 40 degrees out. It's cold in Ohio today. It's cold. Last night was, okay, yesterday's clip you guys saw me spin for my next project. So yesterday was day 1 of a 6-day rotation on my Nativity set. I'm working on this guy here. This wise man. He had some very creative names because he was not making me happy. But I am pleased to say he's actually finished today. I got him all done. So there is, so I'm very glad because he made me cuss because there's something wasn't right down here between the chart being really hard to read the back stitching on and whatever the mistake is down here because I can't even see it. The back stitching on his cape or on his cloak isn't quite exactly the way it's charted. But you can't tell. And really, I can't tell. So, he looks fabulous. So, he will go in the pile of finished ones that we have. If you've been watching long enough, you have seen these. So, I have the sheep done. These are going to need a good pressing. The donkey. Okay. Enough bad check references. Cow. The shepherd. Like I said, they're going to need a nice, good pressing. The camel. And now we add one of the wise men into the pile of finished for this project. So, I only have the first wise man done. Hopefully the other two, trying to keep things slightly organized here by putting everything back. Hopefully the other two wise men are not as difficult. So, I have to do the other two wise men, the angel, Mary and Joseph, and baby Jesus. And for some reason, I don't know why, years ago when I bought this, I decided I was going to do the animals first, the shepherd, the wise men, then the angel, then the Holy Family, and baby Jesus was going to be last. I don't know why I decided I needed to stitch baby Jesus last. But baby Jesus is going to be the last one that gets stitched. Look, I'm weird, okay? You guys all know it. And you love me for my weirdness. So then the debate became, do I sorry, distracted. Something made noise and I squirreled. So then the debate became, do I start just trying to set something up on my computer and it's telling me things. Do I start, I have 5 days left because I finished this just before bed last night. Like, I actually kind of pushed a little past later than when I would normally stitch till to get them done because I had like just a little bit left. So, do I start one of the other two wise men for the next 5 days? Do I spin again? Do I just do whatever I want? I mean, really, I guess any option is whatever I want because I'm the one. Because there are no rules. There are no stitching police. I feel like I'm a little scatterbrained today. What I decided to do was to pull out Mr. and Mrs. Delicious because I've been really wanting to stitch on these guys since I started the hashtag turkey sow. So I have a start on Mrs. Delicious, but I wanted to work on these guys, so I'm going to work on these guys, and that's what I've decided. And it is in my BFF Bags and Pouches bag. I will link them below. I gotta remember, I gotta go look up what I said I was gonna link today. or yesterday. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this at least today and tomorrow. Our schedule for the weekend's a bit busy, so. Alright, that's all we have for today. And that's all I'm going to say today, because I've talked enough. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye! Well, happy Friday, Flosstube. How are we today? It's Friday, November the 9th. I forgot what I was going to say. That's nothing new to you guys. Really, it's not. It is 30, I think it's like 39 degrees outside or something like that. It's cold. It was legit snowing this morning on my way to work, which was something. Like, not like heavy snow. Like, there's no snow, like, on the ground outside. But apparently, down where my parents live in, like, 20-30 minutes from me, they still have a little bit of snow sitting on their grass. My hair looks terrible today, by the way. It looks terrible today. Don't know why. Whatever. So, last night, I was stitching on, you can't see that, I was stitching on Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. I'm on Mrs. Delicious. And I'm doing them all as one. They're facing each other. It's in my BFF Bags and Pouches bag. Pouch? I don't know. I think this is actually a pouch. They call this a pouch. Still awaiting my ones I ordered from the retreat. She did tell me it would probably be like January. So I'm okay with it. So this is where we're at. Where's my needle? There's my needle. This is where we're at. So when you saw it last, I had the border, her bonnet, and the red part over her beak. I got the beak put in, her face, her neck, and I started her body. And I actually stitched her face twice. I'm using all of the called fors, which is mostly Gentle Arts. There's 2 weeks in here. There's a DMC in here. The only exception is the faces are charted in the Gentle Arts Crystal Lake. It doesn't look like it when you hold the whole thing against this fabric, but this totally gets lost on the fabric. So, some consultation with my gal pal crew. Excuse me, and decided I really needed to stitch it in something lighter. So I looked up DMC chart, color palette chart. Crystal Lakes is 932. It equivalents to 932. So the two lightest shades, in that sort of palette are DMC 3752 and DMC 3753. So I pulled these and was like, oh. So some more consultation with my gal pal crew and my friend Elena. Decided blend the two. And she is a rock star. And I probably said her name wrong, because I think I say her name wrong every single time I say it. If I did, and you're watching this, and you know her, correct me. Like, seriously, correct me. I think I say it wrong every single time. So I combined these two. I did a blended, you know, one strand of each. And it just looks so much better. It stands out, so you can actually see her face. So I actually stitched her face twice. So, make progress. I'm going to work on this tonight. Probably just gonna work on this until my days run out, because I had pulled Nativity for 6 days, finished up in the first day. So what am I gonna do with my other 5 days? Well, I think I'm just gonna work on this. Yo you'll find out on Monday what I decide to do. I'm probably going to take actually ornaments to the market tomorrow because Sunday we will be at church all day with Pre-Cana, which is a religious, it is Catholic premarital marriage counseling seminar thing. Married couples basically talk to engaged couples about some of the things you really need to consider before you get married. You have to have taken this through. You have to have taken this in order to get married in the Catholic Church. Some people think, like, what's it worth? Some people learn a lot about their future spouse. And there's a whole bunch of different components to it. I won't bore you with the details. But I don't know what my dog is getting into behind me. Can you guys hear her? She's getting into something. So that's what we'll be doing all day on Sunday. So there's a pretty solid chance I won't be stitching on Sunday. So I'm going to do my ornament on Saturday at the market. And then, or, you know, I'm working on it on Saturday. Make it Santa Saturday. And just work on this little turkey. I think, let's see. So 6-day rotation. I pulled it on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. So Tuesday. So yeah, I'll probably work on this through Tuesday. And then we'll pull something new. That's what I've decided to do. Got myself a new cardigan at Sam's Club because I don't knit and I really don't crochet all that well. So I bought myself a nice knitted cardigan. It's chenille. It's soft. Okay. Enough of my weirdness for the day. You have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Like, why do I say that? You guys watch this all at once. Why? I'm going to have myself a wonderful weekend. You enjoy the next 3 seconds of watching the text title screen. Bye, guys. Greetings, Flosstube.
Hi, y'all.
It's not Monday. It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. But we're on tacos. It's like 33 degrees outside on this wonderful Tuesday.
Monday was postponed because I mowed the lawn in the dark with a mower that didn't want to start. Let's just say it took a while.
Someone took time out of his day Monday because, you know, people got all kinds of opinions if you don't do shit their way. Those of you who are friends with me, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Am I the only person who was tempted to put the chute back on the mower and just put the leaves back into their yard?
I don't really care.
It'd be funny.
I was tempted to just say screw it and not do it at all. Just let it go till winter.
Insert Frozen reference here.
So, it's Tuesday. I haven't done a video since Friday. Also, I've been battling fever all week and a sore throat all weekend. And, you know, I'm sure somebody's going to tell me I need to go to the doctor. I don't need to go to the doctor. Worry not. I'm an adult. I'm 35. I can handle myself.
Not that bad. It's the annoying type, not the, oh my god, I need to go to the doctor type.
It's just the, something's funky.
That's funky. None of my kitchen songs copyright.
Well, I mean, could, but I don't want somebody to copyright us because, you know, there are people who don't like that sort of stuff.
There are people where that's their job.
I suppose I could put something on there about I don't own the lyrics to this song, or I don't own the rights to this song or something. Because I've seen people do, because people do that and they get away with it, so.
Actually, I think as long as you cut it to a certain amount, they don't care, but I don't know.
I don't know, someone told me you can't sing on your, anyways. And what was it? Someone, and I forget who, said something about, and we've already talked for 2 minutes and you haven't even seen any stitching. If you're only here for the stitching, sir.
They see stitching. Yeah.
Somebody said on one of their videos that they watched someone who did the LuLaRoe unboxings live on Facebook, and Facebook shut them down because they had the radio playing in the background. You couldn't even hear the radio, hardly at all. Facebook said no, because the radio was playing in the background. Whatever.
Blame Napster. Or Napster.
Yeah. I had to find it. So this is what I worked on all weekend. I worked on this Saturday and Sunday for what I stitched on Sunday because we were at Pre-Cana all day, which was fun being sick. Sitting there all day. Pre-Cana is premarital coaching something seminar. You
want me to explain it the way I usually do at work?
We were one of the couples that presented to the young engaged couples. So
not really so young, actually.
Well, yeah, they weren't really so young. Some of them were our age. And they were quite opinionated folk.
Both ways, I might add. Both ways.
So this is what I got done over the weekend. I just need to finish the dark red part here of the barn and the snow. A little bit of back stitching. I have a color picked out for the dark red, so I matched the dark red to the dark red on the pattern. I don't like those two. I feel like they're too close in red. They're too close in shade, and you won't be able to see the difference.
Mm-hmm. I don't have. It looks like it's a slight variegated.
I don't have the red. I don't have the red. The red's in the bag. They're in the bag. They're Victorian Motto threads. I use the Victorian Motto reds. So the chart calls for $4.98, which is that red, even though it looks orange in the picture on the screen, which is what's stitched on there. You can see it looks a little more red on there. And then the darker part is $8.16, which again looks terrible on camera, but they're very, very close in shade.
A little different. Looks like a slightly variegated thread.
There is some slight variegations, I think, in both of them, but I feel like they're maybe too close that the shading's going to get lost. I may pull a single strand of this out and see, but it calls for 8.15. This is 8.16. I think 8.15 is in with, I think there is one that's 8.15. I think it's a blend of 8.15 and 8, maybe 8.16. That, excuse me, came in the holiday box. That's in with 'Tis the Season. But I don't know how dark it is. I have to look at my reds. I don't know. I have all week to figure it out. Because I only stitch on this on the weekends. I don't know how much weekend stitching I'll get this week, but whatever. So then Friday night, last night, I've stitched a little bit today. I haven't done a whole lot of stitching yesterday, today. Just because I haven't felt well. I was working on Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. I was working on Mrs. Delicious. I have a turkey.
Backwards. What is that from? What?
No, it's frontwards.
You're using the Q-snap backwards?
Well, there's no frontwards or backwards. I don't think frontwards is word. Some people stitch with it like this. Some people stitch with it with their stitching facing up. Normally, I do it with my stitching facing up, as you guys all know. I was having a pain in the butt trying to get this, because this is not a Q-snap. This is the Michaels knockoff brand, and it sucks. Let me just tell you, my personal opinion, it sucks.
Is that an 8x8?
Yes.
So I should go get an 8x8 Q-snap for you, then accidentally run that one over 10 times?
I'm sure that there are plenty of people who are okay with these. It doesn't stay tight for me. And while I stitch in hand, if I've got it on a snap or a frame, I do like it to be tight, and it just doesn't stay super tight. I did find though, however, and I had a pain getting it on. I did find, however, it was easier to put it on this way with the stitching in the well because you just put the fabric down and set the Q-snap over it and kind of wrap it like a present. A little bit easier.
Couldn't you have just put the fabric backwards and done the exact same thing?
Solid point. Moving along.
Angel.
As far as stuff that I've gotten in over the weekend, a lot of crap that I've ordered over the last few weeks has shown up. Most of it is, there's a huge pile of white fabric that's sitting over there on that table. Because we're going to start dyeing fabric and we're going to start selling the dyed fabric. Well, I'm going to start dyeing the fabric and I'm going to start selling the dyed fabric. I'm not there yet. I know there are people who have asked.
Would you like help with that? That I might be able to do.
I'm not at that point. I'm not at selling yet. When I do get it set up, I'm going to change the Facebook account or the Facebook page that is posted on the bottom of my videos. And of course, I'll let you guys know, but I'm not there yet. I was hoping to maybe get a few pieces dyed this weekend, but I've been sick.
Yeah, and I have been letting her I have been reducing her activity level as much as she'll allow.
Everybody kind of thought I might fall over Saturday. I'm like, nope, just don't make me do a whole lot. So, but that's as far as that's the stitching for this week. So if you want,
no, I didn't get any work done.
He didn't get anything done.
My bug and I had an argument.
So hopefully we will get dyed fabric up for sale before. Hopefully it's gonna be. I'm shooting for around the first of the year, to be honest, because I want to get several pieces dyed, because this is not going to be something where you can see a color and say, dye me a piece like that. It's going to be solos. So you're going to see the fabric, you're going to say, I want that, and if it sells, there's a chance I won't be able to reproduce it.
Well, you'd be able to do something similar, though.
Obviously, certain colors like browns and grays, like neutrals like browns, or my neutrals, grays, which I'm apparently not the only person that likes to use gray as a neutral. You know, well, most of the colors will be, the dyes will be repurchased. I'm looking for my list of dye colors and I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. But I can't guarantee that they will be exactly similar. So, most of what I bought this weekend was fabric. Also, I must have bought this new used. I ordered a circle trimmer, a circle cutter. It's a Fiskars circle cutter. So, the way it works is it goes from 1 inch to 8 inches to cut out a circle. I'm not entirely sure how it cuts it out, but it's a little bit easier to use than the dye machine. And you get a good circle, and it's not like 6 or 7 punches of, it's not like 8 different size punches. I'm going to try to do some thread drops with my cardstock that I have. So, and those will be available too. Whenever I get that far.
Oh, it's basically just like a compass.
It is just like a compass. It's really quite a basic principle. But I've been eyeballing one for paper crafting anyways, because cutting circles is a pain. Generally, if you cut circles when you paper craft, you use your die machine. And you gotta, which the die machine is not that big, but you know, you take it out and you crank it. If you're doing a lot, it's a pain in the butt. I'm going to save that for last, just because I know there's people who want to see it. Also, I got in my fabric for, which it's really hard to see in this lighting, the Medieval Mansion Sal from Lakeside Needlecraft and Tiny Modernist. It's like a blue-gray, well, it's more blue than gray, so it's like a blue up here and a green down here. I'll insert the picture from Lakeside Needlecraft's page at the end of this clip, because that gives you all the details too. You can still, as far as I know, you can still order it. Excuse me. Let's see. This shipped on. Hold on. Hold, please.
You could hit the pause button. You hit the stop button and restart it.
Okay, so this shipped on November 1st. It's, what, November
13th.
13th? This shipped from the UK.
Okay, no, that's not that bad.
This shipped from the UK on November 1st, and it got to my house on November 13th. That includes a federal holiday. You know, and weekends, obviously. So, and I didn't spend the extra for the tracked shipping. I just got standard shipping. You can buy the stitch along without the fabric and without the threads. I obviously didn't get the threads because I don't need more DMC threads. You can buy just the PDF chart, which when the stitch along starts, which that's on that slide too. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. And I don't know that I have it easily to find. Maybe I do. When the stitch along starts, you will get sent... When the stitch along starts, you will get sent the first PDF, which is like any of the Tiny Modernist Mansion House Mansion Sals. Part 1 is sent November 23rd. So, yeah, part 1 is the outline, and then the rooms are the other parts. That's kind of the way the Tiny Modernist does their mansion sals. It's really kind of cute. You guys have seen Santa House that I'm doing. If you guys watch enough Flosstube, tons of people did the haunted mansion, did the haunted one for Halloween. I'm just not a Halloween human. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised I dug the Christmas one. So, the final thing we have today, and then I will shut up and stop talking because it's already been 15 minutes, and I really don't want to talk this long because I'm not lying. My throat does kind of hurt. It's just because my nose is really stuffy, and it drains. Because by the end of the day, honestly, I feel better because I don't talk that much during the day because, you know, I talk to my babies at work, but like some days I talk more than others, and if I'm not feeling good, I don't talk maybe as much as I normally would. And I've been really low the last couple of days, so I've only had 3 babies. So, my Victorian Motto monthly threads are here.
I just saw something funny we can do. I can try to guess the name of the colors.
Let's do that. Okay.
Hold up the first one. Well, I know yellow is just too darn easy, so... And curtain yellow?
Curtain yellow. This is called Marigold Boutique. It has a DMC conversion. This is the only one this month that had a DMC conversion. I got these on Saturday, so I've been looking at them all weekend. And it converts to 728. Also, I'm going to start converting a lot of my patterns to these. I already have, but I'm going to do it. I'm getting Glitter Village. Glitter Village, is that just stitching waiting for me for Friday? But I'm going to do most of those in Victorian Mono. Okay.
Bubblegum.
It's a pink. It's showing up a little bit lighter than it actually is. There is a little bit of variegation in mine. You can't really see it all that well because it is very subtle. Not bubblegum.
What is it?
Always pink. I mean, it's one of those pinks that it's when you think of pink, it's pink.
Evergreen.
Nope. Want to try again? Want a hint?
Christmas tree.
Has nothing to do with land.
Algae.
Nope.
What is it?
New seaweed.
Hey, I was close with algae.
You were. It's a little bit... They're showing up a little bit light in this lighting because it is 7 something at night. I have a headache. That's great. You're never going to guess this one. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks terrible on camera. Do I have a piece of white paper?
You have a big thing of white fabric right here.
These look terrible tonight.
You want to try using this?
That looks, well, okay, that looks a little bit better.
You know what? I'm sorry. It's red.
It's not a red.
Let me see that.
It's not red. That one is...
I will say grapefruit.
No. It's called Quaker Orange. This is not showing up anywhere as close to true color. Honestly, it's a reddish orange. But it's showing up really, really red. I will try to take a picture of these and insert it with the video. Sorry. Chances are it's not going to look any better because my lighting in
You
here.
could take the pictures outside on Thursday when the sun's out.
Too bad this video goes up tomorrow.
Okay. Your favorite thing, lavender?
Close! Dark lavender. So my
I'm going to
favorite...
call that a win for me.
That's a win. I don't like the scent of lavender.
And guess what the...
And it's the most popular scent of things to sell. Imagine that. It's not like... It's just, ugh, I don't like it. Like, maybe I make sounds when I'm mixing it, but, you know. Look, you like what you like, I like what I like. We're all good.
No. I'm actually going through things that I think actually look like that color. I was actually thinking flower leaf. Looks like the leaves of a flower.
That's a little bit better. Does this help? Oh, that helped. That helped. With the greening. It's called Perfect Lime.
That's not a lime.
It is a lime green.
I kept telling myself it wasn't a lime. I was going to say lime and it didn't look right.
It is a lime green. And it does look limey. It does look like an actual lime.
Well, that actually, if I was doing a pattern with a flower, that's what I would use for the stem and flowers, is that color.
Uh-huh. If I would have had this when I restarted that flower thing, that flower plant happiness thing, I totally would have used this for my green. Okay. So here they are for the month. I'm sorry they don't look the best. They look better together on the paper. My apologies that they don't look that great. We are now at 20 minutes for this clip. Well, that makes up for not filming yesterday.
Oh, and if you guys would like me to do more of the guessing game stuff, because we know it's entertaining when I try to guess colors, let her know.
I think it's fun when you try to guess colors. We're going to do more of the guessing game thing.
By the way, what did you say that was called?
This is called... What did they call it? I don't remember what they called the fabric. So the stitch along is called the Mythical Medieval Mansion. And the fabric is Misty View.
Actually, I can see that. I was actually going to say Cloudy Meadow.
When you get to the... That didn't taste good at all. Excuse me. When you get to the end of the clip and you see the, and I mean, that's pretty much what it's a little bit...
It looks like a green that blends perfectly into a gray.
I don't know if that'll help any. Yeah, see, that doesn't... I mean, that makes it... That's pretty much true to what we're seeing sitting here.
Does that help at all?
Yeah, that's pretty much true to what we're seeing sitting here. I'm not gonna lie. I expected the top to be a little bit more gray and misty looking. And the green is a little bit lighter than I expected. It's still really cool.
Do you want me to keep holding this up, or is it you good?
And it's a fabric flare fabric, so it's printed. You know, so the back is white, the front is, and the design goes this way. And I got 16 count. I'm sure somebody saw me holding up that and saw me holding up the writing. What was I gonna say? I expected it to be a little bit darker shades, but I'm not terribly disappointed.
As somebody who doesn't like light colors, I actually think that would be a great thread for if you were doing something like spring themed. Because of that green, it'd look really nice for like a meadow scene or something like that. That was me.
I have the thread list.
I think the camera's telling us we're done.
The camera's ready to give up the ghost. I have the thread list for it. I just haven't pulled any threads for it yet. I'm going to look at my Victorian motto stash and see what I have that'll match. Because I have a running list of all of my Victorian mottos. And I also ordered the Bewitched box, which I got billed for today, so hopefully we'll ship out like maybe tomorrow by the end of the week. Bewitched. But they're grays. They're grays. You'll see when they get here. Maybe we can play the guessing game. Maybe we can play the guessing game with Joe when it gets here.
I have no problem with it, though. I'm sorry if it says Bewitched. There should be some dark greens and some dark purples in there. Because I just think of those colors when I think of like Witch's Brews and stuff like that.
Also, we got this month's Disney Sal panel yesterday. So we got it a couple days early. Which is great, except nobody could download it yesterday because the file was being problematic for the girl. Which, look, I get it. Computer problems happen. I feel like this whole Disney Sal with creatively crafting is not well organized.
It might also be the fact that they don't have anybody tech savvy and nobody realized exactly.
I'm trying to hold the camera straight. Sorry, it's shaking.
And they probably didn't realize exactly what happens when 50 to several thousand people try to download the same file at the same time.
I don't know how many people are in the group, but...
That's why I said 50 to 1,000. That's a big range. But after about 20 people at the same time, a computer craps out. It's just, you need a special computer to do anything bigger than that.
I mean, to be honest, I'm glad that I got in and didn't pay for it. I probably wouldn't have paid for it. I will say that. If I would have paid for it, I probably would be really disappointed. I hate to say it, because I know that the person that charted these and the person that's running it all has put their heart and their soul into it. I just am not feeling it. I do like how Belle is. I will put a picture of her at the end because she's in a mirror. So if I do stitch her, when I do stitch her, I'll probably just cut the top part of the stained glass off and just do like the mirror with her in it.
I thought it was Snow Nut White that had the mirror.
No.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
The mirror is normally associated with Belle because of the whole,
Oh, that's the little handheld mirror, not a big mirror?
Yes. And it's a little handheld mirror. I don't have it on anything I can hold up right now. I'll show them after we're done.
Okay.
Because I don't know where it's at.
Okay, so we go bye-bye now before the people are going to get freaking tired.
I'm going to make the people seasick. There's Belle. Alright, we go bye-bye.
Okay, that is cute.
It is really pretty. But I'm kind of disappointed overall with this whole stitch along 3 panels into it. That's just me. That's how I feel. Sorry, not sorry.
Can I make the bad Joe joke?
I have nothing against it. We are at a half an hour. Most of my video is going to be today's clip.
Hang on. Can I make a bad joke?
What?
The way that it looks, she looks kind of Egyptian. She looks like she's one of the Goa'uld out of Stargate.
She does look like a Goa'uld. What he said? Out of Stargate. By the way, Sci-Fi Nut.
Sci-fi and fantasy. And
Raised by Sci-Fi Nut.
there's a reason why I get along with her dad so well.
So I know all of it. Star Trek's. It never really got into Star Wars, but Star Trek, all of the Star Treks. Stargate, Babylon 5.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, and hon, you actually like Stargate.
I do.
You thought it was funny because that one was done very well because it was sci-fi, but they had the right type of humor to just make it funny.
I like Babylon 5 too a lot.
Yeah, Babylon 5. Yeah, they actually just put that on Amazon Prime thing. And I think I've binge watched the entire show 3 times since they've done it 6 months ago.
Interestingly enough, my favorite Star Trek was the one that was not as well received as the others.
Enterprise?
Yes.
That was good for the first 2 seasons.
I kind of dug Enterprise. I liked the concept. But anyways, we're going to sign off because... Holy crap, we've been talking for a long time. Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay, now if you'll forgive me...
I'm also slightly hangry because I didn't get enough tacos.
No, we'll serve that one when she's not so hungry about it. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to hit the button because then I'm going to have to drag this one off the bed. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Wait. It's Tuesday. Crap on a cracker.
That does not sound appetizing. That sounds like a really... That sounds like a joke you would do to somebody.
Okay, before the camera cuts me off, and we can shut this down. It is Tuesday, so that's the end of the week, so you're going to see this tomorrow when I post it. So, please like the video, please share the video, please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. If you want to know when I publish new videos, hit the notification bell. The notification bell also will pull up in your recommendeds more cross-stitch type videos, or Flosstube type videos. I do other stuff too that's not just cross-stitch, but I try to keep it separate because I know some people don't like that. So, excuse me.
Bye.
That's all I have for the week. Have a great week. Hopefully I start feeling better tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.